So hello, welcome to this week's update. Unfortunately, you're going to see a slightly different display. So basically my computer broke. I was trying to upgrade the hard drive on it. I thought it was switched off, and I was trying to put this SSD drive in. The computer's been really playing up. The drives have just got too full. I had a very small C drive and a fairly small D drive, and it was just getting full. So I wanted to upgrade it, and I managed to upgrade the files drive, not a problem. That worked absolutely fine. Cat's up to something. What are you up to, Spirit? Yeah, so I then I managed to get rid of a lot of files off the C drive, but I tried to upgrade it anyway, and I thought it was switched off. And I think what I'd done was press restart instead of switch off, and I plugged the drive in, and there was just sparks everywhere, and then it won't work. So I took it, just it's disaster after disaster. I took it to a guy locally, and he says it's probably going to be the motherboard's been fried, possibly the processor as well, blah 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 blah. Took it in on the Wednesday, and he says, yeah, I'll give you a quote by the end of the day. Yeah, no problems. I stressed that I really want it back by Saturday if possible. Obviously, if he can't, he can't. Didn't get back to me by Wednesday, so I messaged him on Thursday morning. I said, you know, are you getting this quote? He says, yeah, I'll get you the quote by the end of the day. Come the end of the day, still no quote, so I got a little bit arsey with him, and I said, look, give us a quote, or I'll come in at 10 o'clock in the morning when you open, and I'll pick the PC up. I'd got a recommendation off a friend of mine. Her uncle always breaking his computer, and this guy's meant to be brilliant. So yeah, cut a long story short, I picked the computer up yesterday morning, Saturday at the moment, by the way. Picked up yesterday morning, and took it down to this guy. Now, as I'm recording this, he's having a look at it, and he says he'll get back with a quote. Now, he's a very, for the sake of argument, let's call him quite pessimistic. So he's telling me all the things that could be bad with it, and he's talking about uneconomical to repair and this, that, and the other. It is a really big, powerful computer, so I've said to him, to get like for like, we're talking thousands. So I really want uneconomically unviable to repair to be a very high figure. And he says, yeah, I understand. Once I actually took it into him, he kind of came back. He says, look, based on what you've said, I think it's going to be the motherboard, probably the processor as well. But he's quoting me a figure of weeks to repair, because he's got to source parts in, blah blah blah. If I knew what was wrong with it, maybe I could buy something offhand, but I'm really not good with fixing things up on the hard drive, on the computer. So basically, long story short, I've got no computer. Thankfully, I've still got the laptop that I used to take to London with me, which is what I'm recording this on now. Unfortunately, all my hardware, all my cameras and everything, the way I've built my desk, this is very difficult when there's a tail in the way, Missy. Unfortunately, the way I've designed this desk, all the wires have been nailed in. There's holes in the back of the desk for the wires to run through, and everything's running through. Even the internet is terrible, because my internet is really, really fast, but the box is in a room back at the other side of the house. The walls are so thick, by the time it gets to this room, the internet's really, really slow. I've got Virgin, and by the time it gets to this place, it's even worse than BT. BT and Virgin may be different in your area, but Virgin is very, very good. I've got speeds on Virgin that you can't get in this area with any other company, and BT are probably the most useless any going. So So what I normally do with my desktop, I actually run an Ethernet cable from my modem. It's about 50 foot long or something, and it's all nailed to all of the skirting boards. It runs up around, comes through a hole in the wall, and it's plugged in, and the end of the cable is underneath the desk. It won't reach to the top of the desk, so I have to use this Wi-Fi. So it's completely useless for the internet. So what I'll have to do is make the videos on the PC, then unplug the PC from the power, take it to the front room and upload it from the front room where the Wi-Fi is stronger. So there is a bit of good news. The hard drive that I used to use take to London, it was slowly getting worse and worse, which is part of the reason why I want to upgrade the computer. Because I wasn't working in London, it meant I could just upload all the files to the PC and have them sitting on the PC. So of course I'm sitting there thinking, well, what am I going to do? So I keep getting hair in my mouth where this cat is just really lovely. So I'm thinking, what am I going to do with all the files? I did not realise this until about an hour ago. This laptop has actually got a second drive. The main Windows drive is 0.5 terabyte, but it's actually got an extra second drive that's 2 terabytes. And of course there's absolutely nothing sitting on it because I didn't know it existed. So it's now become my temporary YouTube files. I've had to get this, guys, right? It's my videos, my YouTube channel. I can't download my videos. Because obviously I've not got all the setup files. I have little clips. I have an intro, I have an outro, and then I film all the clips, and then I put the intro and the outro on the end. I also have another file which I can't ever put online because I'll get done for copyright, and it's the BBC test card. It just goes beep for 5 seconds. Well, I've cut it down to a 5-second clip, and then what I do is I put that onto the front of the video. I play it about halfway through, I pause it, and then my video editing software has a thing where you can normalize the sound levels. So wherever the cursor is, you hit normalize and it sets the whole video. I'm sorry about the tail, I really am. So I then set the video level based on wherever that pointer is. So I put this file in, I play it about halfway through, and then, so that's why my videos are all, they may not be loud, they may not be quiet, I don't know if they're normal, no one's complained about the sound levels, but they're all set to one specific file. So I've had to make a new file, I've had to illegally download my own videos so that I can clip them and use the intro and the outro, and it's a complete pain in the butt. So I've lost a day filming because obviously the computer was broken. Today I'm off to a football match. I'm going to watch East Kilbride, so check the BBC football pages, football scores for what will now be yesterday. Look up East Kilbride, see how we got on. All I'll say about East Kilbride, I've actually watched them once. That was a cup game against Queen of the South. That was a good day. We lost 3-1. The way East Kilbride seems to go is that there are usually a lot of goals in the match. You just don't know what end they're going into. They either seem to win by a lot or lose by a lot. But this has all been pre-planned. I'm taking a friend with me. We're going to have a good time. It's not expensive to go, and it's just going to be fun. Now, I was supposed to have yesterday off. Now, I've not been given many shifts this week, and that combined with the computer breaking, I didn't even think about the laptop until yesterday. So I've agreed to do an extra shift for overtime just to bulk my money up a bit, which I'm going to need for the computer repairs anyway. So I can't film tomorrow. Bear with me, I'm going to have to look at my calendar. So my next days off is Thursday and Friday, but Thursday I'm going out. We're off to a day of, we're going to visit a Korean War memorial. If you're interested, I'll post some pictures up as a little video. And then we're going to do that in the morning, and in the afternoon we're going to go to the Scottish Owl Centre. It's like £10 to get in, and for an extra £5 you can have your photo taken with an owl on your arm. I'm like, for £5 you can't not do that. And then the week after, I've got Wednesday and Thursday off, which I've got nothing planned. Now, I don't know when my PC's coming back. So let's say for at least 2 weeks it's not coming back. Oh, one good thing about this laptop, it's got an HDMI port, so I'm actually able to use 2 screens. So when I now call out my calendar for the week, if I can get a mouse, if this cat stops being so cuddly, yeah, so I'll be able to see. You'll see me looking up like this a lot, so I do apologise. Right, so let's go on to Monday. So last Monday we had nothing. That was because of the ET, wasn't it? Tomorrow you have got Robocop issue 40. Now, what's going to be happening for the Mondays, for the foreseeable, is there will be no ET until November. There has still been no ET. In the last week, they've taken a payment for the Robocop, and they've taken a payment for the Infinity Gauntlet, which I'll come to later, because that's Thursdays. So there is a Robocop coming. And I've got 2 weeks worth of Robocops already loaded up to my YouTube channel. So next week, or tomorrow, is going to be issue 40. The week after will be 41 and 42. And what I'm going to do for the next 4 issues, which I haven't got yet, if I can get my webcam, I've got above me, let me just... There's my camcorder. Now, that is about the only thing that's not been permanently hammered into the desk. So I've got a power cable which goes through the back, so it's permanently powered in, so no batteries required. But there's also a video cable that goes round. I think I can see it, and I think it's going to be able to fit. I think I can pull that out. So I'll be able to use the camcorder. So in that sense, there may be no difference in the videos. So if I'm able to do that, I will be videoing 43, 44, 45 and 46. 1 part per video. It means I'm going to slow the Robocop down, but it's going to get things sorted out, no problems. If I can get the camcorder sorted out. That takes us on to Tuesday. Warhammer is a curse, absolute curse. So I had lost the footage. I'd lost some figures. It was all disorganised, and so what I did is I did a Warhammer update. So I gave you all of the video clips that I already had. I compiled them into one video, and then to Tuesday we've got issue 29 proper, and then on the week after I was going to start properly with issue 32. So each stage will be 2 videos. Am I going to be able to do that? I don't know with my current setup. There will definitely be a video on Tuesday, which is just issue 29. It's pretty much an unboxing. We will put the I forgot to put what it actually is. I said that on my spreadsheet I was going to start putting the titles down, and I haven't put the title on that one. So it is something, and I think I just assemble them, and I'll just do a zenithal highlight, and you'll get to see the detail. Issue 32 is the Moonclad Shooters. I can see that. I've actually written that one down. And hopefully I'll be able to crack on with that. The B-type bus. Now, I've got a bit of an awkward one. The video stage, part 5, stages 12 to 13, which I didn't write down actually what they were. I think that was the seats, wasn't it? Was it the bench seats? Really enjoyed that actually. Now, stage 6, which should be coming out Wednesday, I fixed the window that I'd broken, and then we put the filler in, and then we file it all down so it all looks nice and neat. And one of the things that I said about it was, I don't think you need to fill the gaps. It will still be a good model, but I think that putting the filler in will just take it from nice to really nice. When I actually put the filler in, I think it looks fantastic. Now, unfortunately, it's sitting on the PC. Haven't got round to uploading it yet. So it's sitting on the PC at the PC repair shop. So that is issue 6. Issue 7, I haven't started filming yet. Now, stage 7 will be the priming and the painting. Now, what do, guys? Do I just skip straight past 6, leave a gap for a week, and then go into stage 7 and say, look, guys, you know, it's already, I fixed the window and I put the filler in. This is the next stage, and then upload stage 6 at a later stage? Or do I just wait? And I mean, I might be able to go down to the repair shop and pick up the drive, but then I've got to convert the drive from an internal drive to an external drive, which he says I can do with some cables. So I don't know. That's your choices, guys. Do I just delay the bus and then release 6 when I've got hold of the file and then crack on with it? Or do I just miss 6 out and then do issue 7? All you're going to miss out, guys, is the fixing of the window and then putting the filler in. And obviously, because I haven't filmed issue 7 yet, I can explain what I've done. So I can say, look, this is the window. I did it by cutting a little piece out. I cut a notch in here. I glued it in, blah, 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 blah. And then I just filled it, blah, blah, blah. So I could do either of those. That's fine. Right, Gauntlet on the Thursday. Issue 73 and 74. Let me check. Yeah, 73, 70. So 70, 71, 72 came out last week. Again, I haven't put the title, so I make these so far in advance I can't remember them. Oh, 70, 71, 72 is the side panel. So that came out. 73, 74 will be the Soulstone. Quite a nice issue. I thought there were problems with it, but it turns out it was me. It's normally always me. And then the week after will be Premium Base 5. Now, sorry, I'm just going to switch to my mobile phone. Guys, when you, anyone who's got a fan home account, when I look at my fan home account on the mobile phone, you can see there I get, let me go, I'm talking about Infinity Gauntlet, so, right, so there I get all my information about my packages. When I go onto the PC, I log into my area and I don't get any information about the packages. I can only pull them up on here. But let me show you this, guys, because it says one item is currently missing. It has not been charged in your last payment. It will be delivered and charged with your next shipment. And they show 6 packages, 6 issues, of which one is missing. They've got no cover picture for any of them. And they've charged me for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They've charged me for 6 issues, even though I'm only getting 5. But then 76 I got last week, last pack. So I'm just really confused. I don't know if I'm going to be overpaying for this. I've been told that the missing issue 70 will be coming with a pack that contains 96. I've also had an email to say it will be in my next delivery. I don't know. So all I'm going to do is just crack on with it, get on with it. We'll have a look at the parts that I've got. I'm still undecided between, bear with me a sec, so I've just paid for it last week, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that means the next payment will be due around about October. I think I need to split that down a little bit more than I was going to. I was thinking about doing sorry, I've got this app on my phone called Tachograph, and I put when I'm working, when I'm resting, and then it comes up, tells me I've had enough rest. Apparently now I've had enough rest. Sorry guys. So if I build all the finger in 1 or 2 videos, I think it's going to be it's going to speed it up too much, and we run the risk of not having videos in the future. If I break it down to 1 or 2 issues per video, we run the risk of very boring, very droll, bring it, so I really don't know what to do, but I'm tempted to go along the route of dragging it down a bit, do 2 or 3 issues per video. Right, next one is the Friday is the Lancaster. That's picking up nicely now. So last week was the second video of the Guy Gibson figure, which I enjoyed doing. Do not miss this Friday. This Friday has got a unboxing of an aftermarket part. Very, very expensive. Took an awful long time to arrive, and when it did arrive I was very angry, because where we have now left the EU, if we order something from an EU country, we now pay import tax on it. So it cost me an extra £70 to import this bloody thing from Belgium, which, what, so many years ago would have been 70%. So all you guys that have voted to leave the EU, you've just cost me another £70. Thank you very much. Right, now, what I was planning on doing for the week after, I was thinking, rather than doing a build, I was going to do a crew bios, and I was preparing a PowerPoint presentation, and I had all stats and figures and photos, and I was about halfway through making it, but it's sitting on the other PC. So what I will be doing is, I'm in the process of doing what would be stage 11, which is that. It's just putting stuff together. Now, the problem I've got, and I do explain this on the video when it comes out in a couple of weeks, you make stages 2 through to 8, and then on stage 9 you are adding pieces to the floor. Let me show you the floor. So I finished the floor, and this is going to be, I don't know if the video has come out. I think the video's not come out yet. Guy Gibson. It's I can't. The video clips are on the other PC. So I might actually just have to pause the Lancaster. Hello, your turn now, is it? Go up there, say hello. Hello. Sorry, that was a bit mean of me there, grabbing his head and going, oh, look at the camera. So yes, I have finished the floor, and what stage 9 is you add a few bits, then you add stage 4, then you add a few more bits, then you add stage 1 and 3, then you add some more bits, then you add stage 5 and 7. So I can't see the point in doing stage 2, put it in a box, stage 3, put it in a box, stage 4, put it in a box, blah blah blah. I think it's just far easier to go straight into stage 9 and then say, right, for this part we need stage 4, and then build it on demand. So that's what I was going to plan to do. I had already started stage 2, but because I've started stage 2 and I've got the actually no, I don't need it. I don't need it because stage 2 doesn't come in until the 4th part of stage 9. So I might rearrange that. I'll work something out for that. Now that takes us to Saturday. Again, there's nothing on a Saturday yet. I haven't got that far prepared. So the next thing I want to talk about is I mentioned last week I had plans for Christmas. Now we talked about a murder mystery, and that seems to have gone down quite well. So that's it. You go and be interested in her. So Spirit has found something to play with on the kitchen floor. Shadow spotted her and thought, oh, she's having more fun than me. I'd better go and investigate. So unless she's found an insect. That's good. They've left me alone for a bit. So yes, so we talked about a murder mystery thing. I have just ordered it just now. So that is going to be coming out in December. So the 1st of December is a Sunday. So I will be doing the channel update on the Sunday morning. I'll bring it in earlier. And then we will do the murder mystery. Obviously I'm going to film it beforehand. And then we'll have one episode of the murder mystery every day until the 24th of December, when we will figure it all out, I hope. Then I have come up with an idea. Last year I wanted to do the 12 days of Craftmas, which didn't quite work out too well. And I don't know if I was talking to you guys about it last week, but I was also in a model shop. Now, this model shop is, they do mainly figures and poppy stuff, you know, these big-headed things, whatever they're called. They're called castle games, and they're all about games. But they've started to do Airfix kits. Not reasonably priced, I'll be absolutely honest with you. They're pretty much the same price as Airfix. But the convenience is that while I'm off to Farm Foods and I grab my coffee at Greg's, I can nip into this shop and I can actually physically have a model the day I buy it. So when you can grab stuff there and then, I actually don't have too many objections paying full price. They also do second-hand stuff, and I picked up the Red Arrows Hawk, God knows why, because I have got the Hawk limited members only kit twice, so I've already got 4 Hawks, but this is the Red Arrow starter set. And then I had a little look, and he had the Messerschmitt 109, and I thought as a starter set it's quite reasonably priced. As you may or may not know, I've got this new airbrush, so I want to practice some effects on it. As it turns out, this starter set doesn't, it's just plain painting. So then I just thought, do you know what, can we get 12 starter sets? So from Christmas Day until the what have I done there? Okay, that's interesting. So I have got, yeah, sorry, I've just looked on the spreadsheet and it's not very good. I've done it all wrong. So in this box is 13 Airfix starter sets. I have already made the intros for them. What I've done is I've put 13 kits into one of these random internet wheelie things, and each day I've picked one, and then I've recorded me doing the whole lot. That's part of my intro. And then so what we do is we build them as they're picked by the random generator. Now, Penny, why have you got 13 kits when it's only 12 days of Christmas? I'm glad you asked that. So I am giving away one kit after Christmas. My little present to you guys is only one kit. Now, I've picked 13 kits. We do the random generator every day until we've picked 12. One that's left over will be given away to one lucky person. So all I'm going to ask you to do when the time comes, it's not going to happen till Christmas, so that's September, October, November, 3 months away. Sorry, bear with me a sec. So my apologies for that. That phone call has just changed everything. That phone call came from the guy who was repairing my PC. It turns out it's best case scenario. He rang me up and he says, can I ask you, he worded it quite funny. He says, oh, I need to ask you a question. And I'm like, usually when people say it like that, it's usually not going to end well. And he says, oh, no. He goes, can I ask you what your PIN number is? And I went, oh, my God, I'm really sorry. I forgot to give you the PIN number to get into the computer. So I told him. And he says, oh, why do you think I need to ask you that? And I said, because I'm guessing you've got it working. And he's saying, yeah, and he's describing my wallpaper and everything. And he says, but it is filthy. I said, that's fine, I know that. And so basically, he's charging me 20 quid to clean the computer. There's nothing wrong with it. It just, he's checked all the connections. Maybe a connection came loose. I don't know, but basically because of my work schedule, I can't pick it up until Friday. That's my doing because I'm working every day. He's not open Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday anyway. Thursday, as I said, I'm going out. So on Friday, I will be picking it up. So I'm not going to bother re-recording this video. I'm just going to sort of update you now. So I'm picking it up on the 27th of September, which means that the bus on the 25th, this coming Wednesday, there will be no video because that video is sitting on my computer, which is currently in the shop. But I will release that on the 2nd of October instead. The Gauntlet is fine. That's already uploaded. The Lancaster's uploaded. Anything from Friday. So I'll have to really push hard. But I think, let me check when my next day's off. 2nd. Right. There's a possibility that the Warhammer might not go up on the 1st of October. So there might be little gaps. Obviously, I've got a channel update coming next Sunday, so I've got something to tell you about. I'm just so happy. 20 quid. 20 quid to fix my computer, and that's mainly because he's doing it. I mean, we've got big lumps of fluff in there. It's been so overdue since I cleaned it. And yeah, I think he's just basically switched it on and I'm just so happy. Oh, sorry. Right, guys, so let's get back to this. So we've got the Advent calendar coming. We'll record that. From Christmas Day, I've got 13 kits. Each day that you comment on the video, starting on the 25th of December, you will be entered into a draw. You will only get one entry per day. And then on the 13th day, whenever I can, depends on my work schedule. If I'm off on the 6th of January, it'll be done on the 6th. Basically, it's going to be my first day off after the 6th of January. Whoever has, basically, if you comment on every video, you will get 12 entries. I will put all the entries in. I will then hit randomize order a few times, and then I'll spin the wheel, and whoever gets picked wins that kit, and we'll sort out some kind of postage for you. What you're going to win, I don't know. Shall I tell? Right, it turns out I've just been recording all of that with no mic plugged in, so I've been wearing this for nothing. So the sound quality is much better now. I really am sorry. I'm not going to re-record all of it. I think there's a little bit of first time emotion in that as well. Right, so yes, so basically, do you want to know what the kits are? Let's tell you what the kits are. So, I'm going to try and randomise it. I tell you what I'm going to do. Let's find a box. I don't want to tell you the order they're coming in. So I want to just mix them up first of all. I've got no boxes. Right, let's just lob them on the floor. Right, so we have got 13 kits in no particular order. Let's start with the ones that I've already mentioned. So we've got the Red Arrows Hawk. These are all starter sets. They're either starter sets or the little kits. So we've got the Red Arrows Hawk, which comes with a stand. As per everything, it comes with the glue and everything. We have got the Messerschmitt 109 F4, and that's the colour scheme, so no fancy mottling on it. We have got the Mustang, North American P51D Mustang. Excuse me. We have got, forgive me if I butcher the name, Bugatti Chiron, and that's what it should look like. We have got, had to do this, Sherman Firefly. That's what it looked like. I have built this on a live stream, but we have got Tiger One. We have got to put this in. Have to put this in, I think, mainly because I think if there's any kids out there that have got an Airfix kit for Christmas, and maybe it's their first kit or whatever, so auntie, nannies, granddads, uncles, aunts, they bought them something, don't know what to buy them, they probably would have bought them this. So the Spitfire's going in. This one, it's kind of, I've done it before and I've done it a few times, and it's possibly not really a starter set. It might be a little bit too complex for a starter set, but I just want to include it so people can see what's out there. So we've got the Willys Jeep. We've got, now this one I'm going to butcher the name. It's the Pagani Hyara. I don't know how. I know I've butchered that name. We have got one that I've built before, but it's just such a beautiful kit. It's the Jaguar E-Type. Absolutely amazing model, I think. We have got, I bought this and I never got round to doing it. I bought this, my local IPMS club. I've got a bent brush. My local IPMS, they do 2 meetings a month, and they have one which is just an open meeting, and then they have one which they have like a little fun competition, and they did 3 of a kind as the theme. So what I decided to do, as I'd never built cars before, I did the Land Rover, I did the Jaguar E-Type, and then the third one, which I never got started, was the Aston Martin DB5. If it's anything like the E-Type Jag, it's going to be lovely. If it's anything like the Land Rover, it'll be really nice, but it'll be a little bit awkward to do. So we'll have a look. And then we've got this, which I picked up from Lidl's, which I'm desperate to build, which is the 72 scale de Havilland Tiger Moth. Now I have ordered some rigging, but I don't know if the rigging's going to be here in time. And then this one, I did this as a build off with someone, and I absolutely loved it. I thought it was such a beautiful starter set, I had to include it. And that's the F-35B Lightning II. Now, there is 13 kits there. I can't tell you what order I'm going to do them, and I can't tell you which one will be left over to give away. I might be very disappointed and end up having to give this one away. I might be very happy and have to give the Spitfire away. You know I don't love. It's not that I don't hate Spitfires. It's just that they're overdone. Everyone does a Spitfire, and and then there's a couple in there that I've done so many times, like the Tiger One and the Sherman Firefly. I wouldn't mind giving them away so much, but I've set myself a rule, and the kit that I'm giving away is the one that gets left over. One of the boxes, this is quite funny, look, one of the boxes the paintbrush fell out, and as you can see that is about as straight as an East End bank robber. Look at that. That's terrible, isn't it? Still, you know what it's like, you know. So that's part of one of the kits. I don't know which one. So that is. Oh, I'm just so happy, guys. My PC's coming back on Friday, and it's only coming back Friday because I'm working every day until then. So that is going to take us to about 11, 12, till about the 6th of September when normal programming resumes. Now, what I anticipate is worst case scenario, I might be taking on a bit too much. Now the gauntlet should be finishing round about, well, it should be finished round about Christmas, but I've now got it down as finishing January, February. Christmas is going to push things back a bit. That's then going to give me a free slot on the Thursday. We're planning way in advance here, guys. Do I push the ET across to Thursday, or do I go forward with the next part of the plan, that I want to theme all of my days based on a theme? So what will eventually happen is, if I build any ships, obviously I'm still going with a plan that I build the whole series before I release them, but once they're released, you know they're all coming out. Now if I do a ship, that's going to come out on a Monday. So Monday is well, I say ship, Monday is dedicated to the sea. Tuesday, obviously the Warhammer is going to be going for ages, but Tuesday will be dedicated to figures, and I've already got the next figures lined up after the Warhammer. I'm going to show you these. So I bought these for the Lancaster 32 scale one. They come with a base, which I can't find at the moment. It's in this box somewhere. Here it is. So it's just a nice little nice little base with these. Love, I'm sorry I can't show them very well. And it's just a Lancaster crew walking towards their Lancaster. And the plan was, I've got the figures for the Lancaster to put into the Lancaster, and then I was going to paint these up as normal Lancaster crew, and I was going to position them near the front and they'd be kind of a crew from a different Lancaster, kind of photo bombing, if that makes sense. There is only one problem. According to the descriptions, these are both 32 scale. I don't think they're 32 scale, are they? I think that one might be, because that fits into the Lancaster, but that is not 32 scale. So they're absolutely beautiful figures, do not get me wrong. They're absolutely beautiful. The detail on them are absolutely amazing. And they're nice and sharp and crisp and clear, and they're just absolutely beautiful, and I shall enjoy painting those. There is cleanup required, I can see. This guy has got he's either got some flash on him, or he's got the weirdest
beard in the world. I don't know if you can see that. So yeah, he's either got the strangest beard or he's got flash on his chin. So I think that I will bring that to the channel as a separate entity once I finish the Warhammer, and then we'll just look at figures to do, and that's going to be my Tuesday. Wednesdays I've already kicked in. That's going to be wooden Wednesdays, so it's only going to be wooden models, and I have split them down into pretty much part work proportions. Thursdays, once the gauntlet finishes, the plan is to do land-based models, so cars, tanks, anything that goes over the land really, and I thought we'll have a go at those. Now Friday I've called Air X, and what I mean by Air X is not 48 scale. 48 scale is my main love, and that's what I prefer to do, and that will have its own day on Saturday. At the moment Saturday is scale models, and that's all scale models, because I've got, if I want to do a ship, I can't do the ship because the Monday's not free, so the ship will come out on a Saturday. So until I get all of the slots sorted out, Saturday will just be scale models. But once everything's all sorted out, it'll be 48 scale. So Fridays is going to be Air X. So technically I've already kicked that one in because I'm doing the Lancaster in 32 scale. And that's how I plan to do my channel. So there may not be content come out on a particular day, but then once there's content kicking on a certain day, then there will be content every week on that day until that particular one is finished. And I haven't got to worry about keeping to a schedule, because I'm going to film, if I film a tank over 10 episodes and I get stuck at episode 9, that's okay, because I haven't released episode 1. Once I've filmed issue 10, then I upload 10 videos and they'll all come out one a week, and I think that's going to make life so much easier for me. The only problem is if I do any more part works. I say I'm planning on getting rid of the part works, but if there's a really lovely part work comes out, I'd be a fool not to. Recent part works that have come out is the Ford, aka not the Mad Max. That doesn't really thrill me enough. I'm not a big enough Mad Max fan, so that one I'm not doing. I got an email today about a limited edition DB Aston Martin from Goldfinger by Agora, and I thought, oh, that I might do that. That looks rather nice. See if I can get in there nice and early. And then I saw that they wanted a £9,999 deposit. That's the deposit. I think it's 25 grand to build it, and I'm like, I didn't like the Snoopy at like 1,600 quid enough. I certainly am not doing the James Bond car for 25 grand. So yeah, there's I think Hachette. Let me do a quick. I'm almost positive that Hachette have got a new part work come out. Hachette, I'm sure they have. I saw something the other day. I know they've got a new Warhammer coming out, but it's pointless me doing that. The Lancaster see, I did want to do the U-boat, Titanic, Disney. Okay, no, I saw something somewhere, and I can't remember what it is now, but I was partially interested in it. So yeah, guys. Oh, I'm so happy computer's coming back. I'd be interested in knowing what he's done to it, because I switched it on a couple of times, it won't come on. It must have been the connections. Anyway, guys, sorry. Right, so it is now 12 o'clock where I am. I've got 2 hours till I've got to go out. As always, thank you very much for watching the video. So yeah, most of what I've said is not actually going to happen as such. So we've got Robocop on Monday. Basically everything's come out. What we're not going to get this week is the B-type bus. Bearing in mind that the last part of the news, not the beginning. I think we'll just delay the bus for a week, and then everything will just pick up, no problems. Yeah, and then I'll start work on. I'm not even going to bother setting this lot up, because I'm busy today. Tomorrow I'm working. Thursday I'm working. Friday I'll get the computer, and you know I'll be setting the computer up all day. Oh, also with regards to the spec of the computer, one of the questions I'd asked him is, while you've got the computer, let's look at upgrades. And now that I know I'm not going to be spending hundreds of pounds on fixing it, you know, that money that I've now earmarked for repairs I could use for upgrades. And he says, I'll be absolutely honest with you, don't need to touch it. You don't even need to touch it, your hard drive, because there's 79 gig free or something like that, where I've been clearing all the files off, and I haven't finished yet, so I don't even need this. But there's 2 SSD slots in it, so if I want to keep this is a 2 terabyte SSD drive, so I could put my YouTube files on there, and they'll run so much quicker. Not that I have a problem with it. That will then give me a big hard drive, and then I've got my 8 terabyte hard drive. Basically I think I can store, I could probably run a small business, I could probably run a large business with all the data and everything. I could run DVLA on my hard drive, I reckon. And then he said, I don't understand AMX17 thingy mobby bobby 1000 gigabytes, whatever it is. But I understand good, bad, awesome, not bad, and I understand percentages. And he says that apparently my processor is running at about 1%. And I went, oh, that's not good. He went, no, because you're using 1% of your processor. I went, oh, okay, that's fine then. So basically it means that I could work my computer 100 times harder before it gives up. So yeah, no upgrades needed. I don't think I'll probably need an upgrade ever by the way things are going. So anyway, yes, that's it. That's finished. That's sorted out. So Robocop, Warhammer, Gauntlet, Lancaster. And then I'm all back to normal, I hope. So next week, well, I would say look out for the result. I'll tell you all about the game. And then hopefully I'll also have some nice photos of the Owl Centre. I'm really looking forward to that. It's the reason I'm doing this. I want to go out more. I've been in Scotland now 4 years, and other than work, I've never work or shopping. I've not seen anywhere. I know my way to the shops. I know my way to work. I know all my bus routes. And I said to my friend, I need to go out more. There's all these wonderful places in Scotland. People pay thousands to come on holiday to Scotland, and I live here, and I'm not seeing things that they pay money to see, which I think is quite bad, really. So yeah, we're going to have some days out. Try not to spend too much money. You know, the Korean War Memorial, that's free. You just turn up, park your car, go for a walk. Apparently there's a coffee shop about halfway round, so obviously grab a coffee. The Owl Centre will cost us a few quid, but you know, you got things to see. And then football, obviously a bit of fun, and then we'll sort something out for the week after. So yeah, I'll see you guys next week then. As always, thank you for watching. Let's see how well I can compile this video. Take care, guys. Bye bye.